I've seen a lot of people using LaTeX for typing equation, or they say that LaTeX is very easy to type equations in LaTeX. Most of the people use LaTeX for equation, because if you have to write a complicated equation or a large number of equations, you will not prefer to use the first way or the second way. But Microsoft Word has inbuilt feature which is very much like LaTeX. Most of the people don't know. It saves a lot of time if you have a lot of equations. So let's start with this. The first shortcut is not necessarily for equation using Math Autocorrect. Pressing Alt and equal to simultaneously will give you an equation editor. Okay, I just pressed Alt and equal to, and this is how I get equation editor. No need to go to Insert tab and then click on equations. There are two modes in which you can use this equation editor. This mode is inline. If I want to put equation in the middle of text, suppose I want to hear equation here, just press Alt equal to. This is an inline mode, and I just write pi using a shortcut method. So this is the inline mode. The second one is a new line mode. If I want to write an equation entirely on a line, what I can do is I can go on a new line and press Alt equal to. This is same as equation editor, but it gives equation editor at the center of the line. Sometimes, depending on your choice, depending on the context, you can use inline mode or a new line mode. Typing fraction also is very easy. Typing fractions, you need not go to a design in equation and then go to insert. It is very easy. What you can do is just go to equation editor, Alt equal to, I want to type 1 by 2. I'll just type 1 by 2 and press space. This is SP in a square bracket represents space. The space is very important when you're using autocorrect in equation editor. For this kind of equation, you just have to type 1 by 2 in the curly braces. Getting fraction in the denominator, you just have to use this kind of thing. This is very simple and intuitive. You can just have a try. The second typing equation is subscript and superscript. Okay, suppose this is my equation. Area of circle is equal to pi r square. Subscript and superscript, just have to use underscore and a caret sign. Anything following underscore will be taken as a subscript, but this will only work in equation editor. A underscore circle, for typing a underscore circle, what I'll do is I'll just type a in equation editor. I am already in equation editor, underscore circle, right, and press space. Similarly for superscript, what I'll write is r caret sign and do, and then as the moment I press space, it will give instruction to Math Autocorrect, and it will try to interpret what you have written, and what will just go Alt equal to, this gives r raised to 2, and after pressing space, Math Autocorrect will interpret whatever you have written and correct it accordingly. Okay, so this is how I type equations, subscript and superscript in using Math Autocorrect. Again, I have written a underscore circle. Now suppose if you are pressing space, the moment you press space, it gives instruction to Math Autocorrect and correct it automatically. Suppose what if I want to include spaces in subscript? Let us try. If I try a normal way, a underscore circle, area of circle, the moment I press space, it corrects it automatically. So this area will come in underscore, and off circle, suppose if I wanted in subscript but in space, the moment I press space bar, autocorrect understands it that I have finished writing equation and it corrects it. So off circle doesn't come in subscript. So there is a trick to put spaces in subscript and superscript, or that is just you have to include all these spaces inside a bracket. Suppose I will type this and this a underscore. Anything in this bracket will come as a subscript. Okay, so I can include spaces or any other equations, or so area of circle. I'll complete this bracket and press space. Now this is how it has come. Okay, so this method, if you want to include spaces in subscript or superscript, include inside a bracket. Then second thing is for superscript, I already told Alt equal to a raised to 2 and press space, it gives. Similarly, if you want to include spaces in superscript also, you include them in brackets. Now if you want to type subscript and superscript simultaneously, what you can do is Alt equal to, you can use underscore and caret sign together. Suppose I want to type r raised to 2 and then outer and press space, it goes like this. Or you can type, it is not necessary that you should type caret sign first and underscore sign later. You can do it other ways also. R underscore outer raised to 2. Pressing space will give the same result. Okay, this was about subscript and superscript. Greek equivalent. Typing Greek symbol also, we need to go to equation. We need to go to insert tab, and then in symbol I have to search whatever Greek symbol or whatever symbol that I have to use. Most often if you are in from scientific world mathematics, many times you are using Greek symbols, right? So there is a method for typing Greek symbols. This is a shortcut. Suppose if I want to type, it is very simple, just a slash and then a name of the Greek symbol. Suppose if you want to have a Greek symbol in lowercase, all the characters will be in lowercase. Suppose if you want to have a Greek symbol in uppercase, all the letters except the first letter of the Greek name in small. Alt equal to backslash beta, beta, and press space. This is how you can get Greek symbol. Okay, symbol. This is a list of symbols. You can download this document from the link given below. So these are the complete list of Greek symbols, a shortcut of Greek symbols. And for uppercase Greek symbol, I can just use OMEGA. Just remember that the first letter of the Greek symbol should be in uppercase and press space. Now this will not come because I am not inside equation editor. I just have to go inside the equation editor, then OMEGA and press space. So just remember this. This is very simple. Now third thing is having an accent over a symbol. Okay, this is a vector. This is an equation of which says vector v is equal to vx I cap plus vy j cap. Okay, so how to get this arrow bar above vector or this cap bar above a letter, right? So what we have to do is just type this, just type vector v, and then to have a vector arrow sign above, you can just type vec and backslash vec and then press space. Here two spaces are necessary, as it is already mentioned. First space will convert vec into arrow, and second space will make it this arrow above vector v. Okay, so just remember this. You can go and go in insert tab and you do all kind of thing, but for typing this thing, if you want to type this type of symbols quite often, then it is better to understand and to remember what is the shortcut for that. And for having this kind of symbol hat, again I just will type I backslash hat. Here, press space twice. This is a list of all the shortcuts for different kinds of accents, and again you can download this list of this shortcut from the link given below. Third thing that we will see is if you want to type mathematical symbols like integration sign or square root sign, or there are various other mathematical symbols. These are the shortcuts for this, for integration without limit, with limit, upper limit, lower limit, single integral, double integral, or cyclic integral, and there are a lot of things. Okay, this is how to type symbols. So you can download this thing from the link in below. I'll just show you how to do this. For integration sign, it is very simple. I'll just enter equation editor, type int. This will give integration symbol. Suppose if I want to type integration with lower limit and upper limit, so lower limit is like a subscript and upper limit is like a superscript. So int underscore x equal to 0 to x. Okay, this is how I give limits on integral. So I can use double integral I and t. This is double integral, and again I can use the subscript and superscript to give limits. For double integral, triple integral, volume integral, you can do all this kind of thing. Okay, so that was about integral. Now if you want to type square root, cube root, or other things, what you can do is you can just type backslash sqrt of 4. Okay, this is how I get square root of 4. For cube root, I just type, okay, I just go inside equation editor, cbrt of 4 and then press space. This is how I get cube root of 4. Now suppose if I want to type nth root of something, so what I'll do, I'll go and type sqrt, and inside that suppose I want to type 10th root of 10 ampersand x raised to 2 plus y raised to 2. I'll close this bracket and press space. Okay, now this is how I type square root, integration sign, and there are various kind of mathematical symbols. Writing summation, you just have to backslash and then sum. Okay, so this is a list of shortcuts. Now going to the bracket sign. Bracket sign is very easy. Just you have to type whatever bracket you want and just do it again. Alt equal to, I just want to have curly braces, 1 plus x by y, and then whole raised to 1 by 4. Okay, instead of division I have x by y. Okay, so this is how I type. This is a very common bracket, but there are some kind of bracket which is not available in the keyboard. Now for other kind of bracket like norms, these are there. For this kind of norms, for this kind of bracket, BRAKT, lower left floor, right floor, left ceiling, right ceiling. So you can see this in the on the floor left side, where in the floors there is a wall like this. It is vertical, but on the left floor it is indented in the left side, and from the right floor, left ceiling, right seal for this kind of brackets. Okay, there are places where we don't require an opening bracket or closing bracket. To have an invisible braces, opening or closing, just have to type /open or /close. Suppose if I want to type this kind of thing, actually you can say that this is like this kind of bracket with the opening bracket being invisible. So for that, what I'll do is I want to have a invisible opening bracket, so I will type open and space. This shows that opening bracket is invisible. Then d raised to 3f divided by dt raised to 3 space. Now I want to type this kind of bracket space. Now this is how it has come. If I just typed this vertical line and press space, actually it will have not taken it for the whole numerator and denominator. I'll just show you. Suppose if I don't use open thing, just type a simple equation 1/2 and then this thing. Okay, 1/2. If I press space, I do this. So this bracket is not numerator and denominator. It appears as a separate bracket, separate vertical line. To make it for the whole numerator and denominator, I just have to type open and then type 1/2 and then this vertical line and then press space. It shows that there was some invisible bracket at the opening, so you have to close it accordingly. Typing this open keyword is very important. Now you can get t equal to 0 as some underscore t equal to 0 and then okay, like this. So this is very simple. So if you want to type all these kind of brackets, and on special case where you want to have one side of the bracket is invisible, for keeping opening side of the bracket invisible, you just type /open, and for invisible closing bracket, type /close. Okay, this was a bracket. Now if you want to include some horizontal braces over a word, just type this. If you want to have something like this over bar, then like this, then type /over bar and x+y, whatever you want to include it. I'll just type it for you, /over bar and x+y, complete this bracket and press space. Here you have to press space. Right, so these are all the type of bracket that you have, writing over the text. And now if you're into chemistry, then you require a lot of arrows and other things. Okay, subscript has been covered, but for getting arrows there are special shortcuts. So for getting left arrow, actually the shortcut is /left arrow. For right arrow, the shortcut is /right arrow. I'll just type it for you once. I'll just type it once for you. Okay, and I have to go inside equation editor, /left arrow and press space. So this is how I get left arrow. Right arrow, actually there is no more shortcut. Inside equation editor, you just type a minus sign and then this arrow. Okay, so I'll just show you. Now /right arrow is a shortcut, but you can just type this minus sign and this. So this is for right arrows. Equilibrium sign LRHAR for typing this kind of arrow. Type 21C4 and then press Alt X. This is not available as a math shortcut, so you have to use Unicode, and for this you don't have to go inside equation editor. 21C4. Just for typing this, press Alt X and it will convert into this kind of arrow. This kind of shortcut is for Unicode. This type Unicode. This is Unicode of that, and for converting Unicode number into actual symbol, just have to press Alt and X together. For precipitation down arrow, for gas liberation up arrow, for writing above arrow, actually you have to type, say whatever you type, you want to type above any character or below any character, use this kind of shortcut \above and include whatever you want to type above some symbol, include it inside this bracket. Okay, I'll just give you a short demo for that. Alt equal to, suppose I want to have a right arrow and I have to type above this arrow, above, and whatever I will type above this arrow will be above this arrow. Okay, and press spacebar. Okay, similarly for typing below the arrow, you can use this keyword \below and type anything that you want to insert below the arrow. And if you want to type above and below the arrow, You can use the combination of above keyword. This is above what I want to type, ni nickel, and then press space, then below, and then t equal to 1000 degree C. Okay, this will come as below. Okay, so this is how you can type. Now you can see that the text below is quite bigger than the text above, so actually this arrow has to be a big one. So what you can do is you can just type the first thing which is bigger. I'll just show it. Font equal to this arrow. Now I know that the thing that I'm going to type below will take more space lengthwise than the thing that I'm typing above. So first include the thing which takes more space. Below t equal to 1000 k, and just put k, and then above and ni. This is how you can just manipulate something to get the desired output. So here I included the bigger thing first and the smaller thing afterwards. Now there are a lot of when you are typing chemicals. Okay, and some of the chemicals are keeps on repeating in your document. Like suppose I have to type a chemical formula of nitric acid, HNO3. So what I'll do is, there is a shortcut way. I can just insert an autocorrect option or something that I use quite often, right? So let us say I'm typing this HNO3 quite often. So I'll just copy this. I'll type it once. Okay, alt equal to HNO and underscore 3. I'll copy it. I'll copy it again. I'll go to options, proofing, autocorrect. Now it has, I want to add this as formatted text. I can make a shortcut, HNO3. I can, it is already there. I'll give HNO3. Okay, this is already there. I just, this was not available in Microsoft Word. I'll just replace it. Yes. Okay. And whenever I type this shortcut HNO3 and press space, it will just give that whatever I have set for that shortcut. You can set multiple things, whatever you want, in that pre-formatted text using this Math Autocorrect. So you can have as equations or something else also. Now again, going to the next topic, that is matrices. Now inserting matrices, for inserting this kind of matrix, you just have to use the keyword matrices and use ampersand for column separation and @ for getting a new row. So I'll just type it in front of you. Putting this will give you only matrices, but I want to include these matrices in this square bracket. So I'll just open the square bracket. I'll type matrix matrix and then 5 &6 @7 and &8. I'll just close this bracket for matrices and close this thing for square bracket and press space. Okay, so this is how you get matrices. Suppose if you want to type a big equation inside matrices, and then you can create an empty matrix. And now I'll just go to equation editor, \matrix, and remember that suppose I want to have 4 rows and 3 columns, right? So just type @ for rows and ampersand for columns, and remember that number of rows that you want. Suppose if I want to have 3 rows, so I just type ampersand 2 times. Number of rows required -1. Similarly for columns also, suppose I want to have 5 columns, so I will type ampersand 4 times. Number of columns -1. Okay, @ 3 4 by 5. Okay, for 5 I'll just type 4 times and close it. And if I want to include this inside a square bracket, I just have to include all this formula inside a square bracket. And then after getting this empty matrix, you can pick up each cell and type it inside. Okay, now to have to type this kind of things, this is a function which has a value of 0 if t is less than 0 and 1 if t is less than otherwise. Okay, this is a step function. I can type this using a matrix. What I'll say is, see, this is a normal equation. ht equal to, I will just type h bracket t equal to like a normal thing, and I can say that this can be done as a matrix. But what it has a matrix. First this is 1 1 1 2 2 1 2, 2. These are the elements of matrix, and this is having a instead of square bracket, it is having a curly bracket, but it is having only a opening braces. It doesn't have a closing braces. So I will just use backslash close to show that the closing bracket exists, but it is invisible. Okay, I'll just type this alt equal to f of t equal to, now I want a matrix with a opening curly braces. This is an opening curly braces. matrix, first element is 0, second element of that row, separation of column I will just use ampersand if t less than equal to 0, and now I want to go to a new row and I'll type ampersand, so I will type @ 1, and then for going to another column and type ampersand over here otherwise. I'll close this thing, and now I know that the bracket, if I press space, it will get converted into matrix. Now I know that there is a empty bracket, so I'll type close, and because of typing close, this you can just see this. Without close, this curly braces is like a standalone bracket. It is not for the complete matrix. So without typing this close, I'll just cut it, press space, it will be like this only. It is only on one line, it is not covering the whole matrix. So for telling that I have a closing bracket but which is invisible, backslash close and press space, this bracket will be applicable for the complete matrix. This was one example where I use matrix and to type equations like this. Now if I want to include like something like this, for typing anything below a symbol, you can use below, but this below will work only on this line. Suppose if I want to type 2 lines below something, okay, below something, then I'll again use matrix. What I'll do is alt equal to, for getting summation sign SUM, below the summation line I can treat this thing as a matrix. Okay, so what matrix without any brackets. So what I'll do is sum, and just below as a subscript I want to type this matrix. I'll type matrix and then I equal to 1 dot to 10. For second row I'll just type @g greater than 1, and I'll close this bracket and then do like this a underscore ig. So this is how I type, use matrices with other symbols or shortcuts. So for typing this kind of thing, you can use matrix. Okay, next thing is the last thing, which is like other symbols. There are a lot of other symbols that you use in mathematics, like set for sets, like is a subset or something like that, not an element, empty set, subset, superset, something like that. Okay, so you can use this shortcut for arrows and this for greater than sign, less than sign, or there are many other shortcuts. Most of the times we use this cross symbol for multiplication. So the thing that I use most on the symbol is for that you just have to type backslash times. This thing I'll just press alt and times, and then this cross symbol comes. So you can just have a look at it. Okay, now one more thing that I want to tell you is, see, most of the things will work only when you are inside equation editor, but you can use this symbol outside equation editor. For that you just have to go to options, go to proofing, go to Math Autocorrect, and in Math Autocorrect replace text size, so type this will be checked. Okay, now suppose if you want to use this shortcut, Math Autocorrect shortcut outside equation editor, so you just have to check this box and press OK. Use Math Autocorrect outside math region, right? So if I just do like this, and without equation editor also I can use this. I don't need to go to equation editor. For tapping alpha ALPHA, press space, I get alpha. Okay, so this is a shortcut. This is a trick that you can use. This is not automatically available by default, but you have to go and check it and change it. Okay, so this was everything that you need to know about typing equation in Math Autocorrect. If you want to know the shortcut for anything else that I have missed, please comment it on the section below. I'll try to include in my next video. And if you like my video and if you want to see more such video, please subscribe to my channel and press the notification icon so that you won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye.